do you recruit these people? How do you recruit these people? It's about recruitment as well. Where do these staff members come from? The qualification, the skills, the time commitment. If they are volunteers, how can you ensure that they're responsible? Where does the responsibility come from? What is your testing method? What is your recruitment method? You might want to refer to this case. They have an online recruitment program, so you can look into that as well. So their mission is to improve the health and well-being of the students, to increase opportunities for them to have physical activities and meaningful play. Basically, they provide trained volunteers to these schools during recess, lunch breaks, after school hours, to ensure that they are allowed time to play, but at the same time learn, do leadership development, you can see. And if you turn to 67, they have class game time as well, and out of school time programs. So these are the different programs that they have come up with. And their values, their goal is to have every children in America will have an access to safe, healthy play every day. So there's supervised play, okay? Supervised play. And these volunteers, if you look at who these volunteers are, if you go online to look into it, these volunteers are all mothers, all mothers. So you can think about where and how can you find volunteers that are willing to work for your organization, okay? So, turn to the next one, 69, Jeannie's work. So, this is basically the top of Forbes magazine this year. So this founder founded his company in 2002. So basically, it actually started off as a 10-student corporation. What it does is to give these students who are in their senior year training and provide them actual work experience in cities, big corporations. So these major corporations include 3M and a lot of big companies, KPMG, like a lot of very big companies. They provide the training and then collaborate with a lot of big corps to provide this program. So how it works is actually these students not only learn from the training, learn from their work experience, but at the same time, after working, they realize, I need college. So they go back into school. 95% of the graduates, 95% of the people who actually go into this program end up going into university after the summer. So this is a really good program as well. That's why it's elected first. And when you look at page 70, the program actually collaborates with a lot of big companies as well. So they provide inner city schools, students an opportunity to look at what corporations or how corporations run. They have a vision that allows, they have values. So the values actually look upon how the schools run as well. So programs is not offered to every single school. So they actually selected population, selected a category of schools that they run this program in. So think about it. What is your population? Who are your people? Who are your groups? Look into this. Genesis' work may help you to actually draw an example of that. And lastly, can you turn to page 71? This is the last case that I have elected. So this case is an English case. So Greenworks is one of the English social enterprise. So they actually collect used furniture, used office furniture, supplies, stationaries, and then put them in stock and reuse them, sell them, and recycle them as well in the end. So it really depends on the quality of the furniture. But what they try to do is offer cheap furniture to people who are in need, okay? The mission is to actually, well, of course, to actually reduce the amount of waste in the environment. But on top of that to actually benefit the people as well. So when buying furniture, their furnitures are actually in good condition and clean because they have employed staff, volunteers, to actually clean them, fix them, so that they can be reused. So their core aim, their value is to actually provide good quality used office furniture to charities, schools, small business, individuals at great value prices. Okay, after talking so much, I'm so tired as well. So I believe what I want you guys to do is form groups. How many of you are there? 5
6
groups.
people and 5 groups.
Okay.
I can help you to already groups.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. 5 to 6 people in a group. I want 5 groups in this room. So you guys can organize yourself or... Okay. She will be coming around to give you guys a number. So your number, your group number will be the case you are doing, okay? The group number will be the case you're doing. Ladies in the back, you guys want to move up? Yes. Okay, guys. So you guys have your numbers, right? So what you're going to do is look at the case, study the case a little. You guys are going to brainstorm information into your proposal. So what should you include in your proposal? The details that you will include, you will come up with a brainstorming chart. We will be giving you, I think is it this one? You'll be given like a piece of paper, and they have a pen. You'll be given a piece of paper, 12 pens, and you guys will prepare to present the information from these cases. Why are they important to include in your proposal, and which part of the proposal should you put them into? So when you guys are actually brainstorming, pay attention. How many parts should you have in your proposal? What information should you include? Okay, so the cases are on page 6. Whichever number you're given, the cases, you refer to those cases and take out information. And also think about the relevant factors. What other questions do you need to include? Okay, what other things do you need to include? So, any questions about this activity? Yes. And the case number is your group number, exactly the same as your group number. So if you have your group number, then you can use the case. You guys should probably turn over to work with them. No, you guys can, hello? You guys can probably refer to what other information should you include as well. Besides the information on the page, you lay out the structure. When you brainstorm, you think about the structure, the information that you should include. Marketing strategies, how can you market? Think about it. Think about the points. So maybe if you turn to the table of contents of the course manual, can help you and assist you with what kind of things you have to think about. And also think about the proposal structure as well. So if you were to write a proposal on these companies, what kind of information you need, okay? So for those of you, it's not limited to what you have, but what you think. So how much you can come up with, okay? You understand? So the questions, what questions you can come up with, and then you can input into it. How are you going to market this, how are you going to recruit these people? You don't know anything about these companies, but just from your creativity, you can innovate and think about something, okay? So, any other questions?
Hello. The case study of our group is Keep Creativity, and our punchline is Two Keeps, yeah. And our goal is to push students through college. So we work with different teachers and people and parents. Basically, they are low-income students and parents, and hopefully like ethnic minority. Basically, we work with different people and teachers and give them like free education. The income we basically having government funding, like sponsorship, and sometimes public donation, and well, yeah. And okay, should we go down to strategy?
And here comes the marketing strategies. And for product, our college is providing some free education for high school graduates who cannot get into college. And what we focus on is both solid academic knowledge and also the social skills, but not only knowledge, just like high school. We focus on social skills. And for the price, the education is free of charge. And for place, um, we will have our school in some low income region, low income district. For promotion, we will cooperate with some local high schools to organize some career talk to tell them, and here's a choice for him. And also, we put our emphasis on our good career prospect. We have 85% of college admission.
KIP will focus on sustainable development so that we put much emphasis on our recruitment. As the mentioned in the data file, 85% of our graduates will go to the university, and therefore we can ensure there is
massive waste of paper, and so recycling paper basically as our product, but we're promoting a healthy lifestyle, positive thinking, and being responsible to the environment, and ultimately, hopefully, also to make some money through this process. Sustainable process, yes. Um, and the target audience that we're approaching is the corporate, the printers who are using large amounts of paper in their printing jobs, the corporations who are also using large amounts of paper in all the daily activities and publications. Also, the public is and how we're going to generate an interest or a demand. As you can see, everybody is wanting this new recycled paper because through education, basically, through educational process by which making these ideas of reduction, recycling, and reusing attractive and appealing to the public. Um, Ultimately, yes, our competitors will be crying.
And this is our marketing tool. And the roots, apart from our core values, also, our challenge is how we can sell the product to make money. So we're talking about, okay, who are our audience? And like, of course, we're selling paper to the printers. However, the ultimate audience are not the printers because the public and the corporate drive the demand for recycled paper. So we're thinking, oh, okay, let's do education. And like, so part of the roots are the collaboration with NGOs using their expertise and teach the public how important about sustainability and being socially responsible. So that's pretty much it.
Hello. How much is the cost? Have you guys thought about through this process? You have to recycle. You have to. How do you get the recycled materials? Where does the recycled materials come from?
I mean, like, we assume the process is in Hong Kong, for example, and I believe right now in Hong Kong we do have a pretty okay recycling system, and I mean collecting there are printers anyway.
So you
We
guys are
just buy
going
from them.
to buy from the people who collect the recycled paper, like the used paper.
Correct.
Okay. And how is this going to work? How are you going to finance the whole thing?
Ask the bank.
Okay. Well, okay. Then how do you sustain? Because it's quite a bit of money if you have to buy. You're going through a middleman, and then you have to buy, and then you have to sell. So just a lot of money,
The
isn't it?
idea, the core behind this idea is that it's a circular thing. Our biggest challenge in this whole process is to stimulate demand, to stimulate a desire for this kind of paper, and so more. I mean, of course, printing the paper or making. You can even say more important than having the actual paper is stimulating the first of all the knowledge about the importance of such paper and stimulating the desire for people to take responsibility for actually education is a huge component of our project to raise awareness about the need.
The burden, is it going to be on the consumers or is it going to be on anyone else?
I think I can answer
Okay,
this
okay.
question. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The cost is going to the consumers. And I would like to raise an example. Say, we know that organic food is much more expensive than traditional food. But why do people still go to the organic restaurant to pay for organic food? Because we believe those food are much more healthier for our body. Then the people just get to the restaurant and buy those food. And we like apply the same principle here.
But
People
that is
basically, the people who pay for the paper is the corporate. We're talking about HSBC, those big corporations.
So no more consumers. You're
No,
looking into
no.
big corps.
Correct, because they have the money to build goodwill.
Okay, understand. Okay, thank you so much. proposals.
So, first of all, what is the problem we are going to solve in the society? It is that nowadays in the society there are quite a lot of high school students, senior high school students. They are going to graduate, but they are under privileged because they don't have enough economic support for their university studies, and also they also lack the practical skills uh, to enter some big companies or whatever. So what the job they are going to do after their graduation from the high school is just some very simple jobs and which do not require a lot of skills. So what's the problem is that since they are now graduated from very higher education and they don't have the skills, those jobs they are doing are quite simple, which means they don't have really high salaries to support them back to their families, and they just kind of very not just yeah, that is the situation now. So our initial objective is uh, to by providing a kind of training program and also internship opportunities in the big corporates to equip the underprivileged students with skills and also to raise the students' awareness of the importance of higher education and skills, and so as to encourage them to pursue further education in college. So we are working kind of as a coordinator between the students and also the big corporates. So on one hand, our target groups are the underprivileged students, high school students in their senior years, before they enter in the senior years. And the questions we are asking ourselves is that how are we going to recruit these students, and what are the criteria of students we are going to invite to our this program, and are we going to promote this program through the schools by coordinating with their schools and establish some kind of partner relationships? And after these students are recruited and are trained, how are we going to allocate the students to our clients according to their interests, their strengths, their maybe their future interest in their college majors? That's the questions. And on the other hand, who are the clients, the big corporates we are going to contact? It's just like how come Disneyland, they may promotions or subsidies? And is there a